I just saw a woman on TikTok getting a bunch of shit for talking about this article, and I can't, and then I couldn't find the video again. So if you see this, this is for you, because I saw this too, in Wired by Taylor Lorenz, published August 27th. This is concerning, okay? A dark money group is secretly funding high-profile Democratic influencers. Why wouldn't this it's possible. I mean, Russia was just funding right-wing influencers. So, you know, when there's money involved, you have to, and I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Aaron Parnas. He brings some good breaking news sometimes, but he's related to him. His dad is Lev Parnas. Okay, so anyway, an initiative aimed at boosting Democratic online offers influencers up to $8,000 a month to push the party line. All they have to do is keep it secret and agree to restrictions on their content. Is that why it doesn't ever talk about Gaza? In a private group chat in June, dozens of Democratic political influencers discussed whether to take advantage of an enticing opportunity. They were being offered $8,000 per month to take part in a secretive program aimed at bolstering Democratic messaging on the internet. But the contract sent to them from Chorus, the nonprofit arm of a liberal influencing market platform, came with some strings. Among other issues, it mandated extensive secrecy about disclosing their payments and had restrictions on what sort of political content the creators could produce. Should we send a joint email with all of our email addresses, or are we just going to send things separately and hope they change everything for everyone? Lorenzo, a non-binary creator in Columbus, Ohio, with over 884,000 TikTok followers, asked in the group. Some joked about collective bargaining. Any Newsies fans here? Eliza Orlins, a public defender and reality TV star known for her appearances on Survivor, posted in this group, "We're a union just by saying so," she said. The influencers in the chat collectively had at least 13 million followers across social platforms. They represented some of the most well-known voices online posting in support of Democrats, and they're key to whatever the party moves next. But ultimately, the group didn't make much progress. Reading through this revised Chorus contract, like, you win some, you lose some, a reproductive justice influencer named Pari, who posts under the handle @WomenInAmerica, responded later in the thread. I also think there's at least 4 other things that should change, but the vibe I got from their email was that there would be minimal, if any, changes. Lorenzo, Orlins, and Pari did not reply to requests for comment. I don't feel strongly about pushing TBH. Aaron Parnas, a Gen Z news influencer who has been called the Gen Z Walter Cronkite and has been lauded in legacy media outlets, posted the chat. They aren't going to modify it anymore. Seems like it's take it or leave it. Parnas also has declined to comment. I believe we are in stage 5, acceptance, Pari responded. Creators began signing on to the deal. For years, Democrats have struggled to work with influencers. In 2024, Joe Biden's White House snubbed several prominent content creators after they lightly criticized the administration over its policies on climate change, COVID, Gaza, and the TikTok ban. Content creators who challenged Kamala Harris, including Hassan Piker, a well-known influencer on the left, were similarly unwelcome at campaign events. After the Democrats lost in November, they faced a reckoning. It was clear that the party had failed to successfully navigate the new media landscape. While Republicans spent decades building a powerful and robust independent media infrastructure, maximizing controversy to drive attention, and maintaining tight relationships with creators despite their small disagreements with Trump, the Democrats have largely relied on outdated strategies and traditional media to get their message out. This is a mistake. It is. Now Democrats hope that the secretive Chorus Creator Incubator program, funded by a powerful liberal dark money group called the 1630 Fund, might tip the scales. The program kicked off last month, and creators involved were told by Chorus that over 90 influencers were set to take part. Creators told Wired that the contract stipulated they'd be kicked out and essentially cut off financially if they even so much as acknowledged that they were part of the program. Some creators also raised concerns about the slew of restrictive clauses in the contract. Influencers included in communication about the program, and in some cases onboarding sessions for those receiving payments from the 1630 Fund, including Olivia Juliana, the centrist Gen Z influencer who spoke at the 2024 Democratic National Convention. Lauren Peretra, a former Playboy executive turned political influencer who hosts a podcast for Occupy Democrats. Barrett Adair, a content creator who runs an American Girl doll themed pro-DNC meme account. Susan Lambert, who has called herself a Regina George liberal. Ariel Fedor, an education creator education creator with 1.4 million followers on TikTok. Sandra Jennings, a former TLC reality star and older brother of trans influencer Jazz Jennings. David Pakman, who hosts an independent progressive show on YouTube. Lee McGowan, politics girl. Oh my good, you fucking other. What? And dozens of others. The first two declined to comment. The rest did not respond to requests for comment. According to copies of the contract viewed by Wired, the creators signed, the influencers not allowed to disclose their relationship with Chorus or the 1630 fund, or functionally that they're being paid at all. Dozens of liberal influencers are believed to have been approached by Chorus about the 1630 fund financing opportunity this spring. They were told that Chorus appreciated the work they were doing online and were asked if they'd be interested in being part of the first cohort of a new program that Chorus was running to help expand reach and impact, creators tell Wired. But following the initial outreach, many creators expressed concern about some stipulations. According to copies of the contract reviewed by Wired, creators in the program must funnel all bookings with lawmakers and political leaders through Chorus. Creators also have to loop Chorus in on independently organized engagements with government officials or political leaders. If I want to work with another politician, I have to fully collaborate with them, said one creator who was offered a contract but ultimately declined to take it and asked not to be named. If I get Zoran and he wants to do an interview with me, I don't want to give that to them. Creators in the program are not allowed to use any funds or resources that they receive as part of the program to make content that supports or opposes any political candidate or campaign without express authorization from Chorus in advance and in writing per contract. The contracts reviewed by Wired prohibit standard partnership disclosures, declaring the creators will not publicize their relationship. There are some real great advantages to housing this program in a nonprofit, Graham Wilson, a lawyer working with Chorus, said to creators on a Zoom call reviewed by Wired. It gives us the ability to raise money from donors. It also, with this structure, it avoids a lot of the public disclosure or public disclaimers. You know, paid for, blah, blah, blah. You see on political ads. We don't need to deal with any of that. Your names aren't showing up, like reports filed with the FEC. The Federal Elections Commission has declined to comment. The goal, of course, is creators who join the incubators are expected to attend regular advocacy trainings and daily messaging check-ins. The messaging check-ins are led by Cohen on rapid response days. Lee Cohen, politics girl. The creators also have to attend at least 2 Chorus newsroom events per month, which are events Chorus plans often with lawmakers. Elizabeth Dubois, assistant professor and university research chair in politics, communication and technology. We're seeing influencers being pulled into these dark campaigns or shadow campaigns where the legal aspect is murky at best. Sometimes it's actually clear that influencers are being used to, for example, evade spending limits. I think that we need to remember that for democracy to thrive, we do need transparency about who's paying for political messages. Yes! We want money out of politics, not embedded into left-wing content creators. Fuck. God, this really pisses me off. There's some comments by Ethics Committee. Keith Edwards, a Democratic content creator who has skyrocketed to fame on YouTube since starting this channel last year, was not invited to be part of the program, but believes that the way it was structured seemed predatory. He says he would never agree to take part in a program that was run in secret or wouldn't allow him to disclose funding. Good for you, Keith Edwards. What I don't understand is why would you just donate to creators directly? Why wouldn't you just donate to them, and have already built up something and need to put gasoline on the fire? Democrats at least understand that the internet exists now, so that's good, but they still think influencers are just there to do a terrible direct-to-camera interview that no one watches rather than just treating us like another form of media. The influencer offered the funding were given just days to sign the contract. Not being able to criticize anyone else affiliated. Eventually, creators in the group chat agreed to drop the issues they had. Orland's a creator who was offered $8,000 a month, said in the group chat, oh God, fuck. Some were only offered as little as $9.50 a month. The 1630 fund has emerged as a powerful funder in Democratic spaces in recent years. I don't. Yep, like the Koch network under Trump has soared. This network is soaring under this dark money influencer operation. The 1630 fund, there's more to this article. You can find it in Wired. This is bad news, you guys. I mean, this is really bad news.